recording so that we can have this in recording. I'm speaking on cold calling. Cold calling is a sales technique that has been on for a very long time, and it will still be on. And I know what I'm saying. At a particular level of business, cold calling is still very applicable. Oh yes, I know there are so many advancements that we have right now. Digital marketing is doing a lot. Digital sales, online sales, different forms of sales right now, connecting with different people across board, across the globe, having access to a lot of people, having access to diaspora, access to some people also that want to invest from outside the country. And if you ask me, I would say it's a very good one. It's a very great one. But especially when you don't have anyone. In the course of this our training, I'm going to be speaking on something that I titled Selling When No One is Buying. Selling when nobody is buying. How do you sell when nobody is buying your product? Oh yes. This one is the fact that you want to start selling, but you don't know anyone. Oh yes. And you can't really rely on the fact that, because I don't know anyone, so that means I'm not cut out for selling. Let me tell you something. Sales is what everybody needs. Sales is what everybody will do. At a particular point, you will need sales. Oh yes, I am very sure of this. I'm very sure of what I'm saying. If you are not mastered selling right now, you need to master it. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this training, just something in 40 minutes or 45 minutes, we can get some nuggets that we can work with as a people. I want to appreciate everyone that gave me feedback the last week. I know that you are going to also have feedback from this. I've had to start a business in an entirely different and a new line without knowing anybody. And the truth of the matter is that some of the things I want to share with you today will really help you. What does cold calling mean? Cold calling means your ability to approach people that you don't know, to introduce what you sell, to introduce what you offer, the solutions that you have, your ability to approach them, to be able to use either your product, your services, your ideas, your ideals. And, it's a 20th century system that really broke a lot of business through in the 20th century. In the 21st century, we begin to have other forms of sales, which are really less stressful, better, you make a lot of sales with some of the systems. But because of the way things are now, think about it, everybody. There are some businesses that can't sell online. That's number one. Number two, there are some people that their business can sell online. They've tried everything that they know, yet they are not selling. They are not even getting the audience from online space. Don't you think it's time to begin to look at cold calling? In other words, selling to strangers. I always say that your next sales is actually in the hand of strangers. One of the things that you have to be comfortable doing as a person is the fact that you must be comfortable selling to strangers. You must be comfortable selling to strangers. It's so critical, it's so important, because those are the people that don't really know you. They don't really know you yet. You are trying to put everything that can convince them that you are a good person, you are a good buy, but they don't really know you yet. And I think that's a very important clause that we need to really pay attention to. So when we talk about cold calling, we are talking about having to get in touch or having to do things for, introduce your products, your services, introduce your ideas, introduce it to the people that you don't know before. They possibly don't know you too. Now, the reason why cold calling is a very tedious thing is because a lot of people will just take their products and approach people that they don't know. Well, that's not cold calling. Cold calling also means the fact that you are calling. Anything that you are doing that involves the other party being a stranger, the person does not know you before. It's a cold calling. And why do we call it cold calling? Because it's cold. The first response you get from a stranger is a cold response. That's the first thing. So you are calling people, but the response you are getting is cold. Nobody is excited at the first instance. Why? Because they don't know you. And people really buy products. People buy people. People really buy products. People buy people. So how do you sell to strangers? Let's break it down this night. So let's start. Number one, you must define what I call your ideal client. Define your clients. Oh, yes. Who are the people that you want to meet? Now, cold calling does not start with your product. It starts with defining your ideal client. Oh, yes. I remember one cold calling experience that I had with a platform. It was an oil and gas at Ajosi Adiogun, in Victoria Island. I left my office and I didn't know anybody. And I went to the headquarters of the oil and gas. It's at the roundabout of Ajosi Adiogun. So people that are very conversant with that area will know the oil and gas company that is their headquarters there. And when I got to the place, the amazing thing is that the security man just told me, "Who are you looking for?" It was because I had already done my homework that allowed me to name or to give the name of the person that I'm looking for. Now, that's not the thing. The security just told me the man is not around. That am I on appointment? Because I mentioned the name of the person that I'm there to see, because I have done my homework, which is about defining your ideal client. Any place you are going for the first time that has security, that has certain people, you have to approach those people in the form of, you have a name, you have someone. Because if you don't have it, they will just tell you, "Do you have a proposal?" They just collect your proposal and ask you to go. And that proposal may not even leave that security building. Oh, yes, it will not even leave that security building. So that day, I can't forget. He said, "Do I have an appointment?" I said, "No." He said, "I'm sorry, you can't see him." So while I was walking back to the car, I just decided that, okay, there is a man that is coming, and I saw that the badge of the company was on him. He's just coming in. So I just walked up to him. I said, "Please, I want to see Mr. Chima." I think the name of the man is Chima. "I want to see Mr. Chima. I have so package and products that I want to introduce to the company." And honestly, the man just looked at me and said, "Okay, you want to do this, you want to do this." He said, "I'm sorry, it's not Chima that you have to see. Follow me." You see, the man just came in. That's all. And I spoke to him at the car park because I saw that he's a staff, and he told me, "Follow me." So these people at the security that did not allow me to enter, that was how I booked an appointment immediately, and I followed the man instantly. You see, you just have to understand how some things work. If you don't have your homework done, the basis at which I will speak to that man also is the fact that I have done my homework. And one of your homework is to define your ideal clients. Your ideal client. Who am I going after? Am I going after oil and gas people? Or I'm going after the banking sector? Or I'm going into the finance, capital investment? Or I'm going into education? Or I'm going into... You have to define your ideal clients. Where are they? How do they buy? What do they buy? Who do they buy from? Oh, yes. Who do they buy from? I was speaking to a man one day and he told me, he said, Wale, that would be very hard. He said, because my people don't, our procurement is always within the circle. Our procurement is always within us. So even if you bring proposal, it's just a good business idea for one of us. Said once you land it, you say you can deliver this thing. Our procurement is always within us. So you must know the people that you want to, reach. You must know the people that you want to get to. That's number one. Number two, you build what I call a call list. List of people you want to meet, list of places, list of companies, you must have a list. You can't tell me that you want to sell and you don't have a list. When I ask for your prospect list and you don't give me, I ask for the call list and you don't have it. Then I'm asking, what else do you have? What do you have? Oh, yes, what do you have? So I'm saying this because, it's very important that we understand how this thing works. Build a call list. It's very important. A call list is the list of the people that I want to meet. If you are going for small businesses, and I always advise that even if you are targeting small businesses, make sure that you get like one or two sectors in that small business space that you want to meet. Maybe you want to do food business, the people that owns restaurants, the people that owns, maybe that's the people you want to meet, or you want to do or you want to do small businesses in the aspect of possibly let's say skincare, beauty spa, and a lot of things like that. So it helps you to trickle down so that you can have, number one, you can really define them better. And then number two, you can have good call lists. You know that this is targeted. And then you'll be able to know what they are going through. So build a call list. That's the second thing. The third thing, this is very important. You can't tell me you are doing cold calling without taking these steps. Research your prospects. Research them. Let them know that you have done your homework. Do the homework well. Before I approached the company, I gave example that I went to the oil and gas company. I researched so well about what they do. They have a training school, but they don't have certain topics. They have training school, but they don't have certain topics. I created based on that topic. When I was speaking to them, when I was talking to somebody, I was telling the person, I know you have a training school. The person was looking at me. I said, and I checked your brochure, your training outline. I saw that this set of things are not there. And I note and I see that this set of things are critical. They are critical. You can't tell me that you just want to assume that everybody is in their right state of mind. No. These things are very important for you to pay attention to at the point of training your new graduate trainee, training the new entry level people, training even managers. Research your prospect. Don't just go there and be saying things that your prospect does not need. Oh, I'm telling you, how do you know? How do you research your prospect? Actually, how do you research prospect? Oh, fantastic. While you know that you want to do a call for these people, you have to make sure you take it upon yourself to do an extensive work. Oh yes, extensive work. There are different platforms that you can use. You can go on their social media space to be able to look at some of the things that they have been doing. You can research through their websites. You can research their competitors, honestly, so that when you start talking to them, you start telling them what their competitors are doing and why they need to adjust themselves. Also, you can research into their clients and their customers. Oh yes, in 2018, I worked as a consultant for a brand management company at Okpebi in Lagos. And honestly, 80% of their clients were gotten by cold calling. The man didn't know anybody. is a brand management company, and they got it by cold calling. There was a time they wanted to connect with Leventis. Leventis was the one doing this bread. There's this bread then that was very common then. I think value bread or so. And you know what they did? They went to 4 areas in Lagos that are densely populated. They went there and they started interviewing people to research what I call research your prospect. They started interviewing people. What can you say about this bread? And then they came up with they had a formula, they had something on ground, document to showcase their research. And that is what they handed over to them with the solution that they will offer to correct that, to correct some of the things that happened. In fact, it was very massive. So it is important to understand when we say, when we are talking about researching your prospect, cold calling, it's very key that you have good research about your prospect. Is very key and very important. Okay, so the next thing is create solution alignment. Create solution alignment. In other words, what you have discovered about them, marry it with a solution. What you have discovered about them, let there be a marriage of your solution and what you have discovered. This is so important and very, very critical. Very critical. So as much as possible, there must be what I call solution alignment. There must be something that I call solution alignment. In other words, your solution should not be against what they are going through. Your solution must speak for what they are going through. Your solution must speak to what they are going through. Your solution must present what they are going through. And this is very key. Number 5, you must use groups and platforms. Use groups and platforms to do what? What do we use groups and platforms for? We use groups and platforms to be able to research and to build our call lists. Oh yes, possibly you want to meet with all real estate people or people that work in the real estate sector. You can use groups, Facebook groups, to be able to get some people. You can, if you are on some platforms, it will help you. Oh yes, so that when you are sending message to that person or you are calling the person is asking, how did you get my contact? So we are both in so group on Facebook. Oh yes. And really, based on the research that you have done, the person will not be quick to send you away. When you are calling, I believe that, yes, when you are calling, make sure that you must ensure that you are not introducing any product yet. Because let me say this, either you are doing cold calling or you are doing DM marketing or you are doing Facebook ads or Meta ads, anyone that you are doing, you must understand this that I'm telling you. People only buy from who they trust. And you cannot establish trust at the first point of contact. You can't. You either talk about your research findings about them, their competitors, or their clients. So I'm sorry, I want to speak to you based on my research that I did, based on what I've seen. I think you'll be better off paying attention to these areas. We went to so place, we collected data of all the clients or the client that you are serving. We got their data and we saw that these are the findings. If you won't mind, I can send you the research data of what we did and the analysis, followed by our solution. You see, give value first. Deliver value, not a pitch. Deliver value, not a pitch. Oh, Coach Wale, what do you mean? I just told you now. Make sure that you deliver value, because people will only buy from who they trust. So your first 2 meetings with those people must be about a value, something that you have seen, something that you did without them instructing you. Oh, yes. Speak without words. So if somebody is looking at you, hearing from you for the first time, the person wants to check you out. And the person is saying, okay, so who is speaking? I want to know this person that is talking. I want to know maybe this person is worth it. I want to know maybe this person really, So the person is forced to go to your website, to go to your Instagram page, to go to your Facebook page to check you out. What will people meet? There are so many people that are cold calling or doing cold calls, but the real problem is that as a result of the information they give about themselves, after the call, we can't find anything speaking for them. You see, if you don't know anybody, if you are dealing with stranger, make sure that there are things speaking for you in your absence. What is your YouTube saying? What is your Facebook talking like? What is your LinkedIn saying? What is your Instagram saying? Even your TikTok can speak for you. Do you have a book? Do you have a write-up? Do you have a magazine? Do you have something that can speak without words? See, let me make you understand this. If you want to achieve success in cold calling, you have to understand that fundamental principle. People will not buy from you if they don't trust you. So you must make sure that trust is a factor. You must ensure that. You must ensure that. And that's very, very key. That's very important. So speak without words, deliver value, not a pitch. When you are delivering a pitch, I can tell you the truth. Somebody has already taken your job. Oh, yes. Somebody has already taken your job. Your attention must be on establishing trust, and pitch cannot establish trust. Pitch only introduce what you can do for people. Oh, yes. Value is the critical thing. Oh, are you going to permit me to spend like 30 minutes with you to discuss my findings we researched about 200 of your customers, either the ones you have currently or the ones you had before, and we can see patterns in those customers. Will you give me 30 minutes of your time at your convenience that I can speak to you about it? Or will you like a write-up so that I can send it to you, so that you will read their response and you read it? And to that, you add your own solution, what you can offer, how you can offer it, and put how you can be contacted. See, when they read their problem before looking at your solution, the first thing they will look for is how they can contact you. They possibly check you out on Facebook, they check you out on Instagram. So look at it. On this slide, you will see that I have my Facebook page, I have my Instagram page, I have my WhatsApp number on this slide. So if what I'm saying is resonating with you and you want to take it up from there, you want to get into, you can get to me on those platforms. And I promise you, there are things that will speak about me on those platforms without me talking. That is what I'm talking about. Also, if you want, you can set a micro commitment. I've talked about this. Schedule a 30 minutes to review. Schedule an appointment for a physical meeting. Maybe you are talking to them on phone, or you are still using a WhatsApp, or you are even there physically, and tell them, please, is it very okay? I understand that you are busy right now. Is this something that I can come on Wednesday, on Friday? Give them, can you give me your convenient time? Or can we have a WhatsApp video call? Or we can have a Zoom program quickly afterwards when you are less busy or when you are free. Set a micro commitment. Don't leave the place by just leaving the person hanging. Set a commitment from them so that you will follow. You will be the one who, it is called micro commitment because you have the full commitment. They have the micro. So it's very, very important to set that. And then follow up with strategy. Follow up with strategy. I tell you the truth. So after the meeting, after they've checked you up, it's still possible that they keep quiet, they didn't say anything. You must follow them up. Oh yes, you must follow them up. Follow up with strategy. In other words, don't just follow up. Don't just be call at odd hours. No. Follow up with strategy. Be very strategic about your follow-up system. Don't appear too nosy. Don't appear too disturbing. No. You see, if you disturb me too much, I will block you everywhere. And that's all. There was a time when it is good when you can call people every time, call and. Right now, all the platform has done it so well. I can block you. Once I block you, that's all. That's all. By the time you attempt to call and then your call is being bad, then there's nothing you can do again except that you're looking for me and I will instruct my person. Nobody comes in here if I don't authorize it. And that's all. A lot of people now have CCTV camera. While you are sitting at the reception, they've seen you. From the minute when you enter, they've seen you. So it's not as if maybe anything. So it is very critical to understand some of these things that I'm sharing with you. So you must make sure that you follow up with cold calling. Cold calling is still working. Cold calling still works, please. It's very important to understand it. Cold calling still works. Put some of these things into practice and let's see how you get to work. So I can be reached. If you have question, please, you can drop it on the platform or you can. So this short session is going to be uploaded again. It's going to be put on the platform and it's going to be sent to us individually so that we can go through it during our time. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your time. I hope this has helped somehow. Thank you.